Yeah, go for it.
All right, guys, if you have the Sig 365 and it's failing to go into battery, we got it. Found out what it was. Now I'm going to show you, all these guns go into battery. Okay, this is the Sig 365. It doesn't go into battery all the time when there's a round in the chamber. Okay, so we're going to go through these right now and show you how these two do it fine and this one does not. Okay, right now they're all unloaded and we'll double check here. Clean, clear, clear, and damn thing clear. All right, this is a Glock. This is a Sig. I'm sorry, this is H&K. This is the Sig here. Okay, so if we pull these back just a little bit and let it go, goes right into battery. Pull it back even a little bit more to ease into it, right into battery, no problem. This one here, H&K. Pull it back, let it ease, goes right into battery. Right into battery, okay? Now the Sig 365 will do it too when there's no round in the chamber. Pull it back, ease into battery. See how it's flat right here? It's in battery right now. Pull it back, nice and easy, in battery. Okay. Now we have to, for the purpose of this video, put a bolt in the gun. There's nothing over here the way they're facing, so if I blow a hole in the wall, it's not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and load this. Get the right one in there. Okay. So this is now loaded. Pull it back, goes right into battery. Pull it back easy, goes right into battery. Okay. This is the H&K. Okay. Pull it back. Let it go nice and easy. Goes right into battery. A little bit. Let it go easy. Right into battery. One more time. Back a little further. Let it slide forward easy. Right into battery. Sig 365. Put that bullet in the chamber. If you pull it back a little bit, will not go into battery. Look at that. The extractor is engaged. Give it a little tap, it goes back in. There it is. Will not go into battery. We just pull back a little bit. But this is the extractor here. If you take whatever, the spring is behind here. It's a little round, tiny little round spring. That's the other end of the extractor. This is pushing out this way, putting pressure laterally on the back of the casing. Okay, so the reason it's not going into part of the reason it's not going into battery is this extractor is pushing sideways on the round, and the round is catching on the chamber. Now I polished the ramp on this. I polished the inside of the chamber. I polished the edge of the barrel. I went through this whole gun and did the trigger thing on it. And I just found out if you take this and let's pretend we're going to make this spring a little bit weaker here on the extractor. You push, that's it. I barely touched that. It went right into battery. One more time. Okay, it's not in battery. See that? You take this. You just touch the back of this, making, essentially you're making the spring a little weaker, I guess, right? Touch it a little bit, right into battery. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the spring out and see how it does. And then we're going to go ahead and wet sand the spring gradually to make it just weak enough so it does not do that. And we'll see how it plays out. So let's go ahead and get to it. So I want to go ahead here and pull the extractor out. And you can actually see that I polished the outside of that. I polished that so it would slide over when it was going into battery. It would slide over the shell really good, you know, so it would go real nice and slide over it, but it's pushing too hard sideways like this, and that's the problem. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in there. without the spring or the buffer in there. We're going to see what happens here. So. That's good enough, right? Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this back together. So there it is. There's no spring pressure on that extractor at all. Now we took the spring completely out. You see it's loose as a goose. Okay, so we'll go ahead and test it out. See what happens here. Okay. The extractor, I don't know what it's doing now, but just really a little bit right into battery. We took the spring and the little spring buffer goes on the inside of that spring out. There's the extractor with no tension on it. So we pull back just a little bit, let it go nice and easy. The best way for it to catch is to go nice and slow and easy, right into battery. Boom. I took the spring out, it goes into battery, and it still pulled the shell out. So, okay. So we're going to do this in steps so we don't take off too much, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this extractor spring weak enough that it doesn't push so hard on the extractor laterally on this round. It's actually doing this. It's pushing the round, and I'm exaggerating this, of course, to make a point. It's pushing it so hard this way, it's the round is actually sticking in the barrel. And I took this and put it in the barrel, and it's as loose as a goose, so that wasn't it either. So I'm going to take a total of 1 coil off. I'm going to take about half off of this end and half off of this end, and then we're going to go ahead and assemble it back into the gun with the extractor and see if we can get it to go into battery. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and I'm going to use my trusty angle grinder with no guard on it because we like to do things safe over here. And I'm not going to do it too long, too hard, because I don't want the heat to get into the spring and then change the spring rate. So as I do this, I'm going to let it cool off for a few seconds, and I'll just keep doing it until I get the spring filed down a little bit without heating it up too much. Okay, that's one side. Okay, good. It's barely even warm. We're gonna do the other side a little bit. Okay, that took a coil right off. All right, good. And we're gonna go ahead and put it back together. So the way this works, you got to put this little tiny red buffer back in here, right inside the spring. Put that in there. Okay. Put the extractor back in. And hopefully I didn't take too much off. Okay. It's good enough for now, just to see if this works. Okay, it feels like we still got some good tension there. Let's get it back together and see if I took enough off. Go. Okay. Still got some good tension on the extractor. Nope, not enough. Oh wait, I gotta lock it in first. There we go. Looks like we got it. Pull back just a little bit, let it go easy, goes right into battery. Pull back nice and easy, let it go real slow, let it go real slow. It doesn't use the inertia of the slide going forward to knock it in, so if you're going to simulate a problem, you let it go right into battery. Yep, that's in battery. No problem. Right into battery. Let me put out a little bit more. Let it go easy. Right into battery. Right into battery. Right into battery. Pulls the round out. It catches the round, right? So here we go again. We're going to check to see if it goes in. Pull a little bit out. Let it go easy into battery. Pull a little bit more. Let it go easy into battery. Into battery. You saw before when I was doing this, it was out of battery every single time I did this. Now I'm letting it go as easy as possible into battery. This thing is going into battery every single time now. Perfect, just like those other two guns that I showed you earlier. Boom, Sig 365 fixed. Now, our failure to go into battery fixed. I'm going to go ahead and put a full mag in here and just show you that the extractor still works, and we're going to be extracting full weight bullets because obviously we didn't shoot them off, so they're going to be a lot heavier to show you that an extractor is still working with a heavy bullet. I pull that one out. 365 12 round magazine. Here we go. Checking to make sure the extractor works. The extractor spring modification for failure to go into battery. Fixed. Here we go. Whoop. Oh, that one. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Locked open. Done. 365. Failure to go into battery. Fixed. You take that little spring out and you just shim almost a total of 1 coil off. Maybe a little bit more. You shim a little off the top. You shim a little off the bottom. You're good to go. So now we're going to go into the garage and we're going to touch off a full mag into a bucket of sand. If you don't like that, too bad. It's my house. If I want to touch off a few rounds in a bucket in my garage, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to show you that it works. So we'll see you in the garage. So we're in here in the garage. This is one of my projects, the RX-8. It's going to be an LS swap. I think I'm doing a 6-liter, probably with a supercharger. And then I got an old engine over there. That's going to go in my old Oldsmobile. I got a Seminole Olds Cutlass. That's going to be my on-jump project. I'll explain what that is in another video. A lot of you guys are going to like that. You're probably going to want to jump on board with it. But right now, we're in here to go ahead and finish up on that Sig 365 failure to go into battery issue. So what you're about to see next is that fix. We got the bucket of dirt. We're getting ready to touch off a few rounds in the garage here. We just modified the Sig 365 failure to go into battery. And what we did is we just massaged that extractor spring just a little bit so it's not pushing so hard sideways on the round. So we're in here just to make sure it has enough strength to extract the rounds or the empty casings as it's supposed to. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and touch them off into the bucket here. So here we go. Ready? Flawless. 365 failure to go into battery fixed. Thank you guys for visiting my channel. We'll catch you later.